You don't have to pay hundreds of pounds for a tablet these days, and there are a number of top cheap tablets available. Update, a new year, and perhaps a new dawn for cheap tablets. 2018 will likely bring us an updated fleet of Amazon's low-cost slates, alongside a handful of budget Android tablets from some of the main players. Anyone hoping for a low-cost iPad? Well, you'll need to keep your fingers crossed. Apple launches a new iPad mini and as a result slashes the price of the iPad mini for currently £419. It's a strange time for cheap tablets, and even tablets in general. Exciting releases are few and far between these days, and the most fascinating tech is restricted to the top end of the market. The best tablet in the world is the new iPad Pro, and that will set you back an awful lot of cash. Best budget tablet? It is not. In fact, none of Apple's current fleet of slates manage to break the £250, but if it's iPads you desire, you'll want to check out our best iPad roundup. All hope is not lost though, and we've got a list of the best cheap tablets you can buy right now below. But let's make one thing clear. There aren't many to choose from. It's slim pickings for anyone looking to pick up a cheap tablet these days, as the market for low-cost slates has somewhat fallen away, but the ones below offer excellent value for money. Point 1. Huawei MediaPad M3 weight 322 grams, dimensions 215.5 by 124.2 by 7.3 millimeters, OS Android 6.0, screen size 8.4 inch, resolution 1600 by 2560, CPU Kirin 950, storage 32 GB, 64 GB, battery 5100 mAh, rear camera 8MP, front camera 8MP, super loud stereo speaker, slim, light, fancy aluminium shell, pedestrian rear camera, poor gaming performance. The Huawei MediaPad M3 8.0 is the best cheap tablet right now, combining an excellent screen, a whole heap of power and slick Android interface in a slate that offers great value for money. One of the best things about the MediaPad M3 is its slim, light aluminium frame that looks and feels good while being seriously practical. The screen is sharp, and has color modes that provide both more natural and saturated tones, while the speakers are another high point, delivering impressive volume for a tablet this slim. Read the full review. Huawei MediaPad M3 8.02. Lenovo Tab 4a Plus, weight 300 grams, dimensions 210 by 123 by 7 millimeters, OS Android 7.0, screen size 8 inch, resolution 1200 by 1920, CPU Snapdragon 625, storage 16 GB, 64 GB, battery 4850 mAh, rear camera 8MP, front camera 5MP, strong performance, premium design, easily scratch-ed camera, ISNT, great in a sea of slates and smartphones, crafting a device that has enough personality to stand out and enough quality to be worth caring about is a difficult proposition. With the Tab 4a Plus, Lenovo has succeeded in producing something with a flavor of its own, and something that makes the mid-range Android tablet market worth attention once again. If you already have an Android device, commute regularly, and want something a little nicer than an Amazon tablet, this is the obvious next step. Read the full review. Lenovo Tab 4a Plus 3. Samsung Galaxy Tab S2, weight 265 grams, 389 grams, dimensions 198.6 by 134.8 by 5.6 millimeters, 237.3 x 169 by 5.6 millimeters, OS Fire OS, screen size 8 inch, 9.7 inch, resolution 1536 by 2048, CPU Exynos 5433, storage 32 GB, 64 GB, battery 4000 mAh, 5870 mAh, rear camera 8MP, front camera 2.1MP, thin, light design, powerful performance. So battery life. Camera is mediocre when the Galaxy Tab S2 launched. It was Samsung's thinnest and lightest tablet. While that's no longer the case, it remains a highly portable option in its 8-inch form factor. There is a larger and more expensive 9.7-inch option, but the only really difference is screen and battery size. The 8-inch version still boasts top-notch power and a high-definition display. The metal frame adds a premium touch. There's a comfortable, soft-touch plastic back and a micro SD slot to expand on the internal storage. Read the full review. Samsung Galaxy Tab S24. Amazon Fire HD 10 2017. Weight 500 grams. Dimensions 262 by 159 by 9.8 millimeters. OS Fire OS. Screen size 10.1 inch. Resolution 1920 by 1200. CPU quad core. Storage 32 GB, 64 GB. Battery up to 12 hours. Rear camera 2 MP. Front camera of excellent value. Large full HD display. Plastic design. ISNT premium cameras are poor. If you have an Amazon Prime membership and you want a big screen tablet for watching movies and TV, reading, and a spot of gaming, the Fire HD 10 is a great option. If you also have a limited budget, then it's your best option. It's a great value package for a 10-inch screen tablet. It does have obvious weaknesses, like the plastic design and useless cameras, but they're understandable in a tablet at this price. Read the full review. Amazon Fire HD 102017. Amazon Fire HD 8 2017. Weight 369 grams. Dimensions 214 by 128 by 9.7 millimeters. OS Fire OS. Screen size 8-inch. Resolution 800 by 1280. CPU 1.3 GHz. Quad core. Storage 8 GB, 16 GB. Battery up to 12 hours. Rear camera 2 MP. Front camera of a decent value. Improved speakers. Few meaningful upgrades. A little slow in places. The Amazon HD the 6th of may be showing its age, but it's still a top-notch tablet for the money, which is why it features so highly in our best budget tablet list. It's no tablet king, but it does what it sets out to well. Its crazy low price tag means it's perfect to hand off to the kids without the fear that they are wielding an expensive bit of kit around. It may be too small for some, and the cameras aren't up to much, but the Fire HD 6 gives you the core tablet experience for not very much outlay, making it a budget tablet worth buying. Read the full review. Amazon Fire HD 86. Amazon Fire 7 2017. Weight 295 grams. Dimensions 192 by 115 by 9.6 millimeters. OS Fire OS. Screen size 7-inch. Resolution 1024 by 600. CPU 1.3 GHz. Quad core. Storage 8 GB, 16 GB. Battery up to 8 hours. Rear camera 2 MP. Front camera of a crazily cheap price. Strong battery life. Amazon App Store still lacking screen dull and low res. If you're in the market for a low-cost tablet with up-to-date specs, then the new Amazon Fire HD 8 and HD 10 deliver. They won't bless you with a stunning display, sultry design or sick performance, but they will give you enough grunt under the hood to play even the most demanding of games. The heavily modified Android interface known as Fire OS may not be to everyone's liking, but for less tech-savvy users it's arguably less cluttered and easier to use. Read the full review. Amazon Fire 7 2017. Got a bit extra to spend? Here are the best tablets in the world right now.